And we welcome back for another episode of NBA 2K14. About to check out some presentation right here. We're ready to go. And yes, we're ready. The in-game music is ready. And to check out some last episode earlier, you saw the Chicago Bulls defeat the Cleveland Cavaliers by 5 points, 97 to 92. Alonzo G got 23 points. Dion Waiters got 18 points. And Kyrie Irving got 13, 11 assists. On the other hand, for Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose got 33 points with 12 assists, and Joakim Noah scores 22 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And now for the main event of the day, it's going to be the most interesting. Check out some playoff pictures. The Spurs currently the number 2 seed in the West, and the Oklahoma City Thunder currently the number 4 seed in the West. So Spurs are 29 and 13, and Thunder are 28 and 14. That will be a good one here in San Antonio. It is gonna be the two of Supreme Powerhouse in the Western Conference rivalry are heating up, featuring Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook of the Oklahoma City Thunder take on Tim Duncan and Tony Parker of the San Antonio Spurs. You saw the last episode, the last video between my last matchup between those two teams met in Oklahoma City. You saw Kevin Durant hit the game-winning shot, walk up here, and Oklahoma, the Thunder beat the Spurs. And now for this game, this time we're going to use the Spurs controller once again. And for this game, not going to use the dark blue. Instead, Thunder going to use the regular, and Spurs going to use the white. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio. And now we're sending over to Evan Harlan here in AT&T Center in San Antonio. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy the video here in San Antonio. And for now, enjoy!
Thanks for joining us. Get ready for the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome to Wednesday night here in the NBA. It's going to be the Oklahoma City Thunder up against the San Antonio Spurs. And that's it for now. I'll see you again at halftime. Until then, Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke with the call.
We have the Thunder as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Russell Westbrook?
Well, he's just blazing fast off the dribble. He comes right at you. He's constantly attacking. And even if you try to anticipate what's coming, he still seems to either go around you or just right over the top of you.
Really, he's got that bull in a china shop style once he gets into the lane. I mean, he's looking for contact and has the strength and jumping ability to take the bump and still finish.
You take a look at San Antonio. An excellent season underway. We've seen a lot of good basketball so far from these guys.
This is an incredible atmosphere in this building, Kevin. I mean, their winning streak has continued to grow. As it has, their fans' excitement has grown right along with it.
Yeah, the energy in this place is amazing, Clark. I mean, this is one of the toughest buildings in the NBA to play in right now because of just how fired up these fans have become during this streak.
You know, with the recent success of Oklahoma City, you forget that in Kevin Durant's first season, they started out going 3-29. And I tell you what, you talk about their success, it's due to the resilience and perseverance and leadership of Kevin Durant and the rest of those guys.
Durant with it. Now guarded by Splitter. It's Durant with the drive.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough view, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Well, there is a culture of hard work, as Clark was talking about, and the perseverance for this Oklahoma City Thunder organization. Their star players, Steve, get a lot of credit, but it's the whole organization, don't you think?
No question. It's the culture that was set. Scott Brooks has continued to kind of establish that atmosphere in the locker room. And they have players who just want to work and want to get better. And when you have a large group of people all with that same approach, you're going to be very successful.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
And the word is they challenge each other, guys. I mean, each and every one of them to improve their free throw shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you see the results individually and as a whole. Well, you talk about the sustained greatness for future Hall of Famer Tim Duncan. How about this number? 13. That's the number of consecutive seasons to begin his career in which Duncan was named All-NBA and All-Defensive Team. 6 more times than anyone else in league history. Enough said. End of story. First ballot Hall of Fame.
And that one's good. Ibaka's got his first points of the game.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
They get a hand on it. Stolen by Durant. He dinked the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
My goodness, he sure can. Get off the ground.
One of the best in the business, for sure. You're right.
Such an imposing finisher around the rim. Intimidating to the defense, really.
Going back to Duncan, probably more important to him than the individual accolades, Steve, have been the team successes during his time in San Antonio.
No doubt. I mean, Duncan is just a winner. He's gone to the finals now 14 years apart. First in 99, then again in 2013. Pretty remarkable.
This is a team that's focused, completely locked into the task at hand. What an impressive start to this game.
Ginobili outside. The Spurs rebound. Parker outside. He feeds it to Ginobili. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark. Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you had Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson. To a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
And here is Cephalosha following the three-pointer by Tony Parker. And here is Cephalosha averaging 9 points per contest. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And back to Popovich and the Spurs, he really makes a point of getting to know his players and have them get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He likes to have his players have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know that there are other things going on besides the NBA. In fact, back in 2012, we had the players watching the presidential debates together.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Perkins. Gomes comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Roberson in for Kevin Durant. And he uses the glass in the lane.
Yeah, really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Parker with the steal. Lays it in off the breakaway. Parker's got 8 points.
You know, he's not the most flashy point guard out there, and you don't hear his name when people talk about the best point guards in the game, but I think Parker is one of the best in the business when it comes right down to it. He's able to do so many things out there for you and just had a dominant season for the Spurs a year ago.
Steve, Parker's fearlessness going to the hoop is what makes him such a devastating player in crunch time. Often you bigger guy, take the contact, and still find a way to finish the play.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Trailblazers.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Now, here's McGrady. Right now averaging 5 points a game.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. That drops. Land's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
No doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
Here's Bellinelli. He dishes it to Duncan. Up in time. He knocks it down. Wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
I think they're going to be able to see pretty clearly on the replay that the shot left his hands in time, guys. The evidence is right there.
Yeah, and this is a big call, guys. I mean, they're going to take a very close look at it, even if it seems clear-cut at first glance.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I like it. Each basket is so important in these games that you've just got to make sure you get it right at the end of the quarters.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Spurs. They lead by 7. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Next Sunday, January 26th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Do not miss it.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Thunder, Gary Jones out there with Daniel Orton. Then there's Derek Fisher. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Roberson with the three. Lamb, good. San Antonio leading by 5.
Won't happen right away, but Jeremy Lamb has all the tools, I think, to be a fantastic defender at the NBA level. Young players oftentimes take a couple of years to figure it out defensively, but he's got everything he needs to be elite at that end.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Orton passes to Roberson. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
And Jeremy Lamb, a 6'11" wingspan for this kid. He's shown promise offensively as well.
Very smooth with that jump shot. He can finish big time when he gets to the rim. Still young and paying his dues, but you got to love his upside. A lot of potential.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on him as much as they should be.
Yeah, look at the numbers. 6 of the last 10 points have come by way of that jump shot part.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Orton. Durant comes in for Roberson. Thabo Cephalosha has checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Derek Fisher. Cephalosha kicks to Westbrook. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Westbrook's got 6 points.
You know, one thing with Scott Brooks, guys, he's very consistent with his message. You listen in on those timeouts. It's all about getting stops. Defense, 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 and letting their offense come from that.
Some changes here for the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Bellinelli. Ginobili comes in for DeColo. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Troy Joseph.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
And Clark, you mentioned Brooks' single-mindedness. He stayed pretty constant with his rotations, too.
And there's no doubt players appreciate knowing their role, but, you know, a lot of critics have been surprised at how Brooks has stuck to his lineups. Some lineups that didn't seem to be all that effective. You know, his usual starting lineup with Cephalosha and Perkins on the floor hasn't been their best in terms of plus-minus, but Brooks very loyal to his starting group.
Durant kicks to Westbrook. Fires top of the key. Shot's good. Westbrook's got 8 points. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Milwaukee.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, they were really locked in from beyond the arc.
You're exactly right. They were splashing home threes at an unbelievable rate.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Perry Jones. The feed to Cephalosha. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. He has 6.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Parker kicks to Leonard. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Great shot. Had to fade back, but he still managed to drain it.
Westbrook against Parker. Tries it from the top of the key. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Boy, a little touch of style from Westbrook on that one.
Spurs leading by 6. Parker outside. Drains it from 17 feet out. Parker's got 10 points in the game.
Well, Tony Parker really was more of a scoring point guard than a passing one early in his career, but his assist numbers have gone up. Greg Popovich, throughout Parker's career, has been on him to distribute and to become more of a true point guard. And I think he has found that balance over the last couple seasons. You know what I love about Durant, Kevin, is the fact that he can be cruising along and then all of a sudden he'll just kick it into high gear. You know, he gets his points quietly at times because it comes so effortlessly. But when the game's on the line, he can get hot and just bury you.
Steve, if you were just going to dream up a score, a machine-like, video game-like score, KD, Kevin Durant, is what you would come up with. Long, lean, can shoot it deep, ball skills, and the attitude and aggressiveness of a late-game closer.
Tony Parker just now entering his 30s. He's still got plenty of basketball, though, ahead of him.
Yeah, he started early, 19 years old, I think, when he came into the league, Kevin. So he's a guy that grew up under the direction and firm hand and sometimes hard hand of Greg Popovich, and now is thriving in an environment that's been championship caliber in every way.
Westbrook against Parker. And Westbrook, here we go. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
1 second separating the shot clock in game time. And there's the call on Ginobili. That's his first foul.
Yeah, close, but I didn't think he got on balance quickly enough.
And it's hard to draw charges as quick as players are at this level. That's not an easy bit of work there.
Ryan Gomes is checked in for Oklahoma City. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Cephalosha.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing. Watch the bucket.
Now here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. Lamb, and there's the rejection. But he stays with it. And Ibaka slams.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Good if it goes. And that's not going to go. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Spurs lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
With the duel going on out in San Antonio, we bring you the halftime report. I'm Damon Bruce. The Spurs are fighting for control so far. Right now, they sit with the second-best record in the conference. We've watched Tim Duncan doing pretty much whatever he wants against Oklahoma City's defense. We're at halftime, and still, he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. And it was a good first half as well for the Thunder. Outstanding bench production. They've gotten a very nice lift, and that's made a huge difference for them on the scoreboard. For the first half, Russell Westbrook was fantastic. He's got 14 points and has kept everyone else involved, piling up the assists. And now, a look on the other games in the NBA as we head around the league. Sacramento with a loss to the Rockets in Houston. They couldn't get anything going, it seemed. And another game also in the books. The Mavericks picked up a win against the Raptors in Toronto. Looked to be in complete control there. No problems in that one. Monte Ellis led the team in points. And to look now at the rest of the action from around the NBA. Out in New York, the Knicks are ahead against the 76ers. This one will come down to the wire. And that's all we got for you here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Visitors travel on foot and by boat along the gorgeous Riverwalk here in San Antonio, Texas. Welcome back, everyone.
Well, Westbrook has been great. He's got 14 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
Now, he's a maestro, Clark. I mean, the conductor of this offense putting on a fantastic performance.
Well, I tell you what, Greg Popovich, a really impressive leader for the Spurs. He's able to keep all of his players locked in what's best for the team. Has a military background, played basketball and studied at the Air Force Academy before serving 5 years in the Air Force. And you know some of the leadership that he brings to his position was learned from his past experiences.
Leonard and Duncan are the paired forward. In the backcourt, Parker and Joe. And it's Splitter in at the 5 spot. That's the San Antonio 5.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Duncan throws it down.
Incredible timing on the out.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And Clark, you mentioned Pop's time at the Air Force Academy. That's where he got his start in the coaching ranks.
Yeah, 6 years as an assistant there. He's head coach at Pomona, an assistant coach with the Golden State Warriors and the Spurs, and eventually moved into the front office in San Antonio. But wow, what an amazing run it's been for him. 17 years as the head coach of the Spurs.
That is good. And that's now 11 points for Kevin Durant.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
And we get a chance to see the numbers for Serge Ibaka. First in free throw shooting. And he's been such a good offensive player. His patience, his efficiency, he's ranked in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
Yeah, his focus from the line has been special, and that's one reason, Steve, he's at the top of the list in free throw shooting percentage because his focus is on target, and he doesn't stray from that. His routine is excellent. You know, you survey other point guards in the league and ask them who their toughest assignment is, and a lot of them will tell you it's Tony Parker. I mean, his ability to weave in and out at the speed he does just drives would-be defenders mad over the course of 4 quarters. Parker is always in attack mode.
And that one's good.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. That's good. And Clark, you mentioned the penetration ability of Tony Parker. He really has become the focal point of the Spurs drive and kick offense. He's so fun to watch.
Yeah, you talk about his speed and quickness, but it's really all about the overall skill level, the ability to finish it in the lane, the knockdown jump shooting, the free throw shooting also improved. It's incredible how well-rounded Parker has become.
Is he the fastest point guard, you think, in the NBA?
I would say yes. Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting, 80%. They've got their offense clicking.
For the Thunder, Daniel Green. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. McGrady comes in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Splitter. Takes the three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
It's amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect in this half.
Parker gets to Green. Gives him the lead pass. And Duncan throws it down hard.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight, the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
And Parker with the block. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Perkins got his second bucket of the game to go. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Got that one up quick. And the Spurs lead by 2. And not even 3 quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put on.
I'm looking over there at Steve. He's enjoying every second of it.
Yes, me too. Yeah. This has been great, guys. The fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for Kendrick Perkins. Here's the...
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Puts up the baby hook. Duncan with the bucket. Duncan's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Double team on Westbrook. Gomes. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Wasted no time on that one. Mills has got his second basket of the night.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Off his foot, and the ref's whistling a kick ball. And the Thunder with some changes. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Gomes. Durant comes in for Roberson. And Thabo Sefolosha subbed in for Derek Fisher. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Trailing by 2, Sefolosha. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Sefolosha's got 10.
Beautiful finger roll to cap head drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys. Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Oklahoma City's gotten the 3 ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. And the shot is good. And it's 8 points for Serge Ibaka.
His shooting has been good, but overall, I think his output has been somewhat limited. The defense really keeping him from getting the number of shots he'd like.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on. He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Now McGrady, 5 points in the game. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And it feels like the energy has just picked up big time here. Both teams now feeding off each other's intensity.
I don't know what was said in the locker rooms at halftime, Steve, but it's obvious both sides have responded well.
Here's Lamb, rejected by Leonard, and he gets it back. And there's another one for the Thunder.
He is really hard to guard. I mean, that's about all you can ask of the defense out there.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Spurs out in front. They lead by 1. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next.
Coming up this Friday, January 24th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs take on the Atlanta Hawks. Live from Atlanta. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. As we get rolling once more, the fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for San Antonio.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And they continue to knock down the long-range three-point shot as well.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Derek Fisher out there with Jeremy Lamb. That's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Durant. And it's Collison at the 5 down low. A different look for Oklahoma City. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Sefolosha. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Derek Fisher. Thunder trailing by 7. Westbrook with it. Back to Ibaka.
Durant.
Passes it to Westbrook. Rejected by Splitter. Outside Leonard. Duncan dishes to Leonard. Kicks it to Joseph. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The pass to Collison. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Perkins comes in for Nick Collison. And Thabo Sefolosha sub in for Kevin Durant.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
He is just so good from that range, guys.
You know, never mind with the height advantage he had there.
Here's Ibaka. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Tim Duncan picks one up.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Bellinelli. Splitter passes to Parker. The dish to Leonard. Launches it, and it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Westbrook kicks to Sefolosha. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Ibaka. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Ibaka with the ball. Now defended by Splitter. Here's Sefolosha. Hits it from three-point range.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Spurs leading by 4. Inside. Perkins with the block. foul called on Daniel Green. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Green.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He's been turnover-free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore. You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
I know that's a game they'd like to forget. Sort of a tough day for them all around.
Yeah, I don't see any reason they won't be able to rebound from it pretty quickly, though. I mean, this team throughout the season has shown itself to be pretty resilient.
Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Doris Burke has an update. For us, Doris.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Scott Brooks was discussing with his players. He told us, guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it. And just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
And another three-pointer to the second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been pounds away ever since. I'll tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Thunder trailing by 7. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. And that one's good. Ibaka's got 5 points now this quarter.
Look at the combination of size and touch. That's why he's a great finisher down low.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Duncan. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Good job here in the second half. They're doing a really solid job of pounding that ball inside, and they're being intentional about it. And that's the way you succeed. Getting that ball inside.
Baseline jumper, and Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Cephalosha. Cephalosha's got his third assist on the night. It's Parker with the drop. And again, Tim Duncan. Duncan's got 14 points now in the second half.
He's their go-to guy. When he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
There's 1:26 left in the fourth. Cephalosha dishes to Westbrook. Launches a three. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
How about raising his game here in the fourth quarter? Missing just one of his 5 attempts so far.
Parker against Westbrook. Deflects the pass. Parker passes to Ginobili. Parker. The shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. That's now 22 points for Tony Parker.
And the clock is their worst enemy right now.
And they've got to work very quickly here, Steve.
Rejected by a splitter. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Ginobili leading the charge. Here's Cephalosha and Parker with the block. They recover it. Nails it. And now they trail by just 4. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Splitter gets delivered. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Oklahoma City has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Cephalosha dishes to Perkins. He passes to Cephalosha. Here's Ibaka. Parker outside. Gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 6.
They're getting that lead way up there now. It should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Durant kicks to Westbrook. Three-pointer. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's like no other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving. No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
For three, Westbrook. It's good from beyond the arc.
Another baby bottom smooth stroke there. I mean, that's perfect form he's showing at the three-point line.
And now they foul and stop the clock. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ballgame. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This is to Cephalosha. Makes the lead pass. The kick out to Westbrook. From downtown. Yes!
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been dead.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Tony Parker.
So what a great victory down to the wire, about 1-point finish here in San Antonio. The Spurs managed to defeat the Thunder by 1 point, 112-111. You see Chris Paul got healed, will re-heal, enjoy, resume the game. John Nealer is out for 4 to 6 weeks due to the high ankle sprain. High ankle sprain is annoying. Boris Diaw is back up. Archie Goodwin. Damian Lillard's now healed, will return to full strength along with Kevin Seraphin. Eric Maynard is also out. Actually, he's not out. Hurt for 1 to 2 weeks for strained elbow. So let's check out some updates, some stats. And there are another first game again that will be on 7:30 p.m. Check out some view box stats. Tony Parker got 28 and 12. Duncan got 27 points. And Westbrook got 45.9 assists. That will we win for San Antonio. Let's check out some first stats right now. And because I forgot, because I need to swap up instead of reserve. Because Steven Jackson not in the game here because of injuries. Jeez, they will be inactive. And then will be placed for Matt Bonner too. And the other hand will swap into Corey Joseph. You know what? I'm not gonna keep it right now because already injuries, always injuries right now. I'm gonna get out for Matt Bonner is in for the next few minutes. I'm gonna put 10 minutes away and switch it always there. Switch for 10 minutes and switch it away 8 minutes. We'll move in here for Benanelli and Boris Diaw. Are you gonna swap up here? What? Alright, I've been doing it. And Tim Duncan was out for hurt. There will be injury. Will be on the list. Injuries on the list for Tim Duncan. Wow, what unbelievable. Why are you stop injury? Get out of it, boss. Get out those guys to always reserve. Need to get out. Annoying because why I forgot. I forgot because I didn't put with some 240 minutes. Because I forgot to put 34 minutes instead. So that will be a good game here. I will say fouls now. That will be wrap up here in San Antonio. And now here's the next game to heads to Portland and Miami. That will be another good one here. First game we got Denver Nuggets and the Portland Trail Blazers, and followed by the second game is gonna be highly and most marquee matchups. Once again goes in Miami, featuring Kobe Bryant of the Los Angeles Lakers take on LeBron James of the Miami Heat. That will be tomorrow night on Friday. Will start. So, time the NBA season saves will be continuing. Will be see you next game around here in Miami and Portland. That will be begin. First game of the day heads to Portland, Oregon, and getting controller disconnected by Dawson DeBreeze. So first game of the day, we're off to Portland, Oregon. We got the Northwest rivalry featuring JaVale McGee and who's that? Ty Lawson. JaVale McGee and Ty Lawson of the Denver Nuggets take on Damian Lillard and Marcus Aldridge of the Portland Trail Blazers, and followed by the second game will be a marquee matchup, the Interconference Showdown, featuring Kobe Bryant. Where's it? Kobe Bryant of the Los Angeles Lakers take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. And more importantly, announcement, the Miami Heat, they will be playing for the White Hot jersey. Will be playing for the first time. This is gonna be a new jersey around for the Heat. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, and the Eastern Conference Finals begun. The Indiana Pacers beat the New York Knicks thanks to Tyrese Halliburton to force overtime to win in Game 1, stunner in the rivalry against the Knicks. And that should do it for now. The Pacers are 1-0 the series, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander wins the name of a 2025 Kia NBA MVP. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. Wanna finish here in San Antonio as the Spurs beat the Thunder by 1 point, 112 to 111. This is Andre Kenshin. Say so long for AT&T Center in San Antonio. We'll see you tomorrow here at the Moda Center, also known as Rose Garden, for the Denver Nuggets and the Portland Trail Blazers, and followed by the second game for the marquee matchup here in American Airlines Arena for the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat. And once again, this is Andre Kenshin say song for AT&T Center in San Antonio. It's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow here in Portland for the Denver Nuggets and the Portland Trail Blazers game, and followed by the second game here in Miami for Los Angeles Lakers take on the Miami Heat game. Sign up and peace out. Good night and thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow here in Portland and Miami. Peace out. Good night.